people? Welcome back to the channel.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Cord.
And in today's video, is it worth it being in an interracial relationship in 2023?
I'll tell you right now, the answer is no. I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
So it's not worth it being with me? Don't touch me.
Yeah, look at
See,
these muscles.
she got jokes, people. I hope she's lying.
Would I be here right now if I was?
I'm about to kick her to the curb. I'm about to go to Brazil. Alright. Yeah, we wanted the reason why we brought up this topic is because we're reflecting on our relationship. It's actually an important question, like, out of all this craziness going on in the world, like, we're all experiencing this. When I say the craziness, we know what it means, like cultural divide, racial tension, all this stuff's going on in the world, yet there's been more interracial couples than ever before. My question to you, well, to us, is it worth it being in an interracial couple in today's age? We'll start, before we give our definitive yes or no, we'll start with what are the benefits and what are the perks of being in one. Is being in an interracial relationship harder than being in just a normal, same race relationship? And the answer to that question is, I don't know. Because
you've dated black girls.
I dated black girls.
I've never dated an Asian guy.
I dated different types of races, but I would say our relationship has always stood out compared to all the other relationships. And I don't know if that's because, I just liked her that much, or I was just that fond of that, or I had a yellow heat.
Oh my god.
Or heat fever, hay fever.
For me, I was just telling him this, but
Asian persuasion.
I've never known anything else, so it's always been normal to me. I feel like it's almost weird in a way for me when people are with the same race, because both of my parents are obviously not the same race. My dad is 100% Japanese, my mom's a white, white.
And my family, they're both black.
Yeah.
But the one thing I saw growing up, all my dad's brothers had a different race, had a Asian woman. Which might explain.
They're Filipino though. But yeah, so for me it was that's why I feel like that's why I never even thought about it. Like, I never thought about my friends being this or that or whatever. I was friends with whoever wanted to be my friend.
Yeah, same here.
I dated who I liked. It wasn't like I never seeked out a specific person,
Me neither.
Type of person.
But I always got flack for it. I always got flack.
I did seek out a certain type of person, but not a certain type of skin type of person. But so for me it was normal, and so I feel like I can't really answer that question.
It can definitely break you.
It can be harder.
As people, like, if you are willing to take the plunge and willing to take the heat from other people, it could be one of the most beautiful experiences you ever experienced in your life. Because not only are you going against the grain of like what normal society tells us, but you're actually learning about somebody else's culture that you'll never have known if you dated somebody of the same race. Breaking cultural barriers, you're learning a new culture, you're learning new skills that her parents or her grandparents, if they're still alive, they can teach you and stuff like that you'll never know, and vice versa. So I think if you're willing to take the plunge and not just do it because you just want to experience it and see if it's for you, it's not that type of deal. But if you're willing to take the plunge, I think it could be one of the best things that could happen in your life.
It can't. Well, and I would say even in your family's lives too, because they get to see a whole different side of that ethnicity or that race, and
especially if they have.
And I think it'll open their mind. Yeah, if they have that, because I think most of us, we try not to maybe to like stereotype and assume about certain, people, but
they do.
I think it's hard. It is hard these days to not have those assumptions or, put those stereotypes on people. So you kind of open that door and like, oh, they're not all like this, or they don't all like these things, or whatever it might be. And so, like when he goes to my family stuff, he's the only black guy.
Only one.
One of my mom's cousins is married to a black guy too, but like they live in Hawaii, I think. So
they ain't like me though.
Oh my gosh. So, and then when I go to his family stuff, like some of his relatives are, besides I'm talking his mom's side of the family, they're married to other people, or I mean, not married. They dated other people or had kids with other people of different races that aren't black, but I'm the only Asian. So I'm still like kind of like the odd one out, if you will. And so obviously for both of us at the start of our relationship, it was a little like, okay, I'm the only one.
It was a little bit of tiptoeing, like,
yeah.
Dang. Sorry, our camera went off when the storage got full. Ultimately, yes, it's worth it. I know what you're saying. Like my family, very diverse. They dabbled in white, Asian, Mexican, but they always wanted me to be. They always asked me like, why aren't you with a black woman? Yeah. Like this and that. But I'm like, but y'all. I never saw color. I saw more, who do I gel with the best?
That wasn't the determining factor.
That wasn't it at all.
I honestly, in my personal opinion, would say it is harder now. I know some people will be like, what? To be with somebody of a different race than it would have been like 10 years ago. Like when we were in high school, I feel like it was a lot easier. I would say now it is harder because I know there's like this whole thing of, oh, we're supposed to accept everybody, but I truly feel like that has turned into now you almost can't accept certain people. And I think especially for us personally, on a personal level, experience wise, we've experienced more of like black people not liking the fact that we're together, unfortunately. And it's weird that didn't happen until the last couple of years. Nobody in our personal lives, but it's just like, it's a weird thing for whatever reason. And I get it to a certain extent as to why people would rather him be with a black girl. And it could be foreign to some people to see us together and not me with like an Asian or a white guy or him with a black girl.
Be with your kind. That's
because I will say out here in Texas, it is, I feel like more people are with the same race than they were in California.
Yeah. And we do get stares. I mean, especially from the black folks, they look, and they kind of like, especially black girls. Black girls sometimes like,
yes, those girls that yelled at me at the gas station.
So, if you let it get to you, it can be hard. You're gonna, like I said, enter into this realm. You have to be mentally tough because it does get. Yeah. You might cry. Like at some point, you're probably gonna cry because somebody said something under their breath or looked at you the wrong way, and you know it. You just know it. You can feel it, and you just don't fight with people. Like if they say something disrespectful, like she a little B word or whatever, then stand up for your girl. But don't just because they said something or looked at something, just keep on walking, keep it pushing, because it's not worth it.
And it very well could be somebody that is in your personal life, a friend or a family member. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we've experienced quite a bit of stuff, but I feel like we haven't experienced the worst of it, thankfully.
Thank you.
We know a lot of people that have experienced a lot worse than us. But I take it with a grain of salt. Like, we know who we are in this relationship and why we got into this relationship. It was not because, oh, he's black, I want to be with him because he's black.
Or I'm fetishing an Asian because I got Asian persuasion.
Because I have had girls say to me, oh, you only want to be with him because he's going to give you pro-athlete babies. I'm like, what?
Not just pro-athlete.
Oh my gosh. So.
What happens before the babies come?
Oh my gosh, inappropriate.
I'm kidding.
So, there's a lot of things like that, and I'm like shocked that people say these things to me, but that is not at all why I liked him. That didn't even cross my mind when I started liking him all the way back in high school or over and over again throughout the years.
But for the ultimate question, is it worth it being in an interracial relationship in 2023? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's worth it. You might not get your Prince Charming at first, or second, or third. But it definitely is worth it. The journey is worth it, and you're going to have ups and downs, but I'd say, from personal experience, obviously, it's definitely worth it. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below, like and subscribe to the channel. But I'm Ethan.
And I'm Corey.
And we are out of here.
I'ma need safety. Tell the op can't snake me.